Oh, this is not a spring chicken. Yes, I am all wound up today. And is it because I sat for hours and watched the miners in Chile get rescued? Boy, there's a lot of people that were watching it. But I'm curious. I mean, I'm so happy they came out, but why did it take so long? Well, for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. The LA Times breaks the news that Obama is not really concerned whether he keeps the House and the Senate.
Well, yeah, because they said that the president intends to run the government as if he was a socialist leader in a socialist country from the executive office. He's going to use executive orders to give card check, to give cap and trade. He's already got cap and trade because the Supreme, he's using the power of the Environmental Protection Agency to regulate carbon dioxide, which is the air they breathe, which says that he can actually charge people for breathing in this country. Now, for a living, he can charge you for it. But they said that the executive order is only good on things that are tied to federal money. But since he's been investing in everything, what isn't invited in? That's what that nearly $1 trillion is went for, was to tie the government up in so many things that executive orders are virtually impossible to get thrown out.
Oh, interesting. See, and we mentioned before that Obama didn't really have any intention of stepping down, didn't we? We've been talking about
there's nothing in our Constitution that mandates that the president has to step down. When they said he shall leave office, but there's no power. There's nothing in the Constitution to make him leave office.
Wow. The Democratic base is flocking to Obama's message of hope and change, and once again, as every day till the election, it is all over for the Republicans.
Well, yeah, I mean, the independents, so the majority of the people are Republican and independents, but the 17% that make up the left are actually swinging the election towards Obama to the point now, it looked like they were going, Republicans were going to take the House and Senate. They've lost the Senate, and they're probably not going to take the House now, according to the Democratic pollsters.
And Democrats swoop in to help the Senate leader.
Yeah, because basically, she's basically outraising Reid 4-1 in his own state, because he has still done nothing to lecture the president on Obama's continued don't gamble. And remember, Muslims don't like gambling, folks.
Yeah, but they're over there all the time.
But they're not supposed to be. And he is a Muslim, no matter what he wants to say. I mean, so he's probably ashamed of the fact that he's a Muslim, is what it is.
And the EPA is expected to okay more ethanol in gas.
Yeah, and basically it's the ethanol. The problem with ethanol and gas don't necessarily work in every engine out there, which means they're tending to go towards the O. That's an indication that the O and the super O are not dead yet.
Professional women turning to nude dancing and homemade porno films to pay the bills and making more than they did in their former jobs.
I know, isn't that something? That it costs virtually, they can make $1,000 a night in tips lap dancing, and then they can also make on a few $100 investment can make $100,000 upwards for the homemade porn stuff.
And yeah, so this has been happening for the last couple of years, huh?
Yeah, but it's basically becoming more and more accepted among them now because there's so many. The older professional women are now starting to dip into it. The ones that are still attractive looking and
foreclosure anger.
Oh, here's a good one. The people that are paying for their homes are pissed off at the people that are being given their homes. The people and the Democrats are basically 19 attorney generals who are up for re-election are Democrats, want a criminal prosecution of all of these companies. You know how many it amounts to? 220,000 mortgages they think may have been rushed through. But they said, like they said this morning, I heard Stuart Farley say, they don't seem to get the message in the mainstream press. He said, hey guys, they haven't made their payments for at least half a year in order to be in that position. Which means they're going to get thrown out of their homes. They can't win. It's a no-win thing, but the Democrats think it's a winning deal. They're going to get those people come out and vote because of anger. But the problem is, for every person they get to come out and vote, the people that are paying for their mortgages are pissed off at them.
Oh, yeah.
So once again, it's basically shore up the base and tell the independents to get lost.
Attention-seeking author hurls his book at Obama.
Yeah, he's a Democrat, folks.
He really threw his book?
He wanted Obama to look at his book, so he tossed it to him. He didn't throw it at him, he tossed it to him, and Obama didn't see it.
Oh.
Otherwise, there'd have been a lot more problems.
I was gonna
They
say.
just tossed the book to the president. The president turned after, as he was tossing it. He turned and never saw the book being tossed to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all he said, one piece said what he was wanting was the president to sign his book. So.
Ah. Okay.
So that happens all the time. People, because they're doing all of this stuff and somebody tosses something. When they turn, then it looks like they're being thrown at them.
So did it hit Obama or did somebody else
No,
catch
it didn't even come close to him.
Analysis. Obama's challenge on pro-gay rights court rulings.
Well, yeah, because Obama would like to have the court to decide this before the election in side of gay rights. Well, the military is basically off balance to the Supreme Court, so the Supreme Court will let the military's thing stand, not that lower Ninth Court of Appeals. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sony unveils TVs with Google's web surfing system.
Yeah, but the problem is that it doesn't do anything that you already don't get on your television set, and the TV sets are already available to do it without Google. So what do you need Google for?
I don't know.
Why would you want to pay $200 to $300 extra for that device in your set when your set is already enabled to go on Yahoo or Google without it?
Oh, unless their set isn't.
Well, yeah, well, no, but it's built into the set, and virtually every new television set is internet enabled now. So therefore, you don't need a $200 device in your computer, in your television set, to connect you up to the systems you already have supplied with you on your set to begin with. And those little widgets, they're called, they used to be icons, but.
They used to be icons, and then they're apps, and Yahoo called them widgets. Remember, they were talking about that, 5 years ago at CES? And Iranian leader receives hero's welcome in Lebanon.
Because he came with money.
Oh.
Which means the Palestinian, they're trying to overthrow the Israeli government, are situated in southern Lebanon, so.
Democrats seize on Tea Party candidates' social stances.
Yeah, and basically it doesn't make any difference because the people that are, like the Democrats are trying to point out, the Tea Party's views are so radical the people are rapidly turning against them. No, they have the views of 70% of the people, which means about 1/3 of the Democrats that are out there voice the same things about them, which is they won't listen to anybody.
And dollar continues to decline to fresh 15-year low against the yen.
And they said there's no truth to the rumor that the President of the United States and Geithner were on the desk in the Oval Office doing the twist to the fact that the American dollar is going down the drain.
I know, that's kind of disgusting.
Well, Obama wants the American dollar. He wants us to be a third-rate country. Everybody knows he does.
I know, and he's our president.
I heard they said last night a poll said 97% of the people in the poll taking across the thing say that they think the President of the United States would be perfectly happy if we were a third-rate banana nation.
The sad part is, I think that's true.
68% of the people don't even want him to run for re-election now. They said the people that want him tend to be black.
Cabinet minister under fire for Vogue shoot.
Oh, they got an ex-model that is now is a minister of the Japanese government, and she did a shoot for the Japanese version of Vogue in their parliamentary building. She arranged for it all in advance, and they said she's one of the hotter looking politicians in the country, and they made a big stake, all the males did, about this being done. They do photo shoots there all the time, but because this woman, who's actually posed nude many times when she was younger, posed in evening gowns. Yeah. Perfectly acceptable dress for Vogue magazine. It was Vogue, folks. It wasn't like a Playboy.
Yeah, Goodell says he will meet Favre if necessary.
Yeah, the commissioner of football is about ready. They said, well, he doesn't actually need any charges to be made to send Favre for 6 months of the basic. Now, they said if he puts Favre down for one game, Favre will just walk away and then sue the NFL for every dime they got. Right before they're getting ready to have a lockout on the players next year, which won't do them any good because they said what happens is the courts will say, well, you're doing this to the players because you're trying to show them what's going to happen if they don't agree to the new terms.
Walmart rolls back rollbacks, food prices at a 2-year high.
Well, yeah, because they said what happened was they eliminated like 300 top brands in the stores and went to generic stuff. The generic stuff they could cut the prices back on. And what happened was they didn't count on the fact that generics becoming higher also. And now they're paying the prices are as high as the generics are in stores. So, and they don't have the they got to put the products back in the store because it's going to actually save them money and make them money by putting them back in now.
And Manchin does delicate dance to distance party.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stupid news out there, folks.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
That you have to be careful to spell out exactly what you want when you're asking for something, otherwise you get a generic version of what you're asking for.